Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Steelers Kenny Pickett out versus Bengals, Mason Rudolph gets the start. Kenny Pickett has once again been ruled out, so Mason Rudolph is in and will start at quarterback when the Pittsburgh Steelers play the Cincinnati Bengals on Saturday. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin announced Pickett's status and his decision at quarterback Thursday. Mitchell Trubisky, who started the last two games, will be the backup. After saying the door was ajar for Pickett to play, less than 3 weeks after undergoing tightrope surgery on his right ankle, the second-year signal caller practiced on a limited basis all week. Rudolph, who played 6 snaps in the loss to the Indianapolis Colts last week, will start his first game since 2021. He faced the Detroit Lions in Week 10 that season and finished with 242 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception in the 16-16 tie. When asked Tuesday about the possibility of playing under center, the veteran expressed excitement for himself and said his teammates were supportive. Tomlin said he made the move to Rudolph because he wants to create spark on offense. The Steelers, 7-7, are just outside of the AFC playoff picture as 5 teams sit ahead of them at 8-6, including the Bengals. Pittsburgh is on a 3-game losing streak, but they face a Cincinnati team that will play without top wideout Ja'Marr Chase and that the Steelers have already beat. It was never likely that Kenny Pickett would take the field on Saturday, less than 3 weeks removed from high ankle surgery, but Mike Tomlin officially ruled Pickett out today, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Pickett practiced on Tuesday for the first time since surgery and was bumped up to second team in Wednesday's practice ahead of Mitch Trubisky and Trace McSorley, but they must have seen something they didn't like today. Tomlin named Mason Rudolph the starter on Monday, but said Pickett playing was not out of the question. Pickett exited Pittsburgh's Week 13 24-10 loss to the Arizona Cardinals and underwent surgery the following day. It was initially reported that he'd miss 4 games, which could bring him back for the team's season finale in Baltimore versus the Ravens. With the Steelers all but eliminated from playoff contention, there's no point in Pickett playing at all again this season. CB Joey Porter Jr. already among NFL's best corners at preventing separation. When CB Cameron Sutton left the Pittsburgh Steelers in free agency last offseason, they needed to restock the shelves. They started the next era of their secondary with the drafting of CB Joey Porter Jr. in the second round of the draft, the pick they got from the Chicago Bears in the Chase Claypool trade. Porter was forced into duty in Week 7 against the Los Angeles Rams due to an injury to Levi Wallace and has been the full-time starter since then. He has played 100% of the defensive snaps the last 4 weeks. Overall, the early returns on Porter have been good. Maybe even better than the already high expectations. The x-axis shows separation prevented in man coverage, while the y-axis shows the same in zone coverage. The top right of the chart is where you want to be, signifying that you are excelling in both types of coverage. Porter is in that upper right quadrant and is one of the best corners in the league in preventing separation to opposing wide receivers. Porter has a great, lengthy frame and his athletic profile from testing at the NFL Combine suggested great promise for the rookie. The fact that he is already pairing that athletic profile with the know-how necessary to be an effective corner in the NFL is great news for the Steelers. Even more impressive, he is doing this against some of the top competition in the league. He requested to cover DeAndre Hopkins in Week 9 and fared extremely well, holding him to 5 yards on 1 reception. That led to Porter getting to shadow opposing teams' top receivers. He had other good showings against Amari Cooper and Ja'Marr Chase as well. With Chase out this week, Porter told the media that he would like to follow WRT Higgins this Saturday against the Cincinnati Bengals. Higgins will present a new challenge to Porter as he stands 6-4. He has formed a connection with QB Jake Browning as of late, too. This will be a matchup to watch for the game and another important box for Porter to check. He has had some rookie struggles. He is among the most penalized defensive backs in the league, but it is easy to live with that when his play is otherwise stellar. Steelers linked to $8 million veteran quarterback. To draft a QB or not to draft a QB is the main question of the Steelers' impending offseason, but adding a veteran backup via free agency is a possible outcome regardless of the team's decision. ESPN's Bill Barnwell on Thursday, December 21, suggested that Jacoby Brissett of the Washington Commanders will be the best option for the Steelers if they decide to supplement their quarterback room this offseason. It's possible the Steelers could add a new backup to mentor a rookie or provide an upper floor, but they wouldn't be in the market for a significant veteran addition to begin with. Brissett has been a journeyman since entering the NFL, playing for 5 teams over his 8-year professional career. Despite this, the 31-year-old quarterback has been a starter more often than a backup. Brissett played 78 games for the New England Patriots, Colts, Miami Dolphins, Cleveland Browns, and Commanders, starting 48 of those contests. Brissett has completed 61.2% of his 1,587 career pass attempts for 10,474 yards, 50 touchdowns, and 23 interceptions. He also ran the football 229 times for 905 yards and 15 touchdowns, according to Pro Football Reference. Washington signed Brissett to a 1-year, $8 million contract in March after a 4-7 run as the Browns starter in 2022. Brissett makes sense as Fields' backup, even despite the presence of undrafted rookie Tyson Bagent in the cast. However, Brissett makes even more sense as a fallback option if the Bears decide to draft a quarterback in 2024, which Barnwell predicted Thursday they will do. Chicago owns the Carolina Panthers' top overall pick via a trade earlier this year, who is currently the number 1 selection, per Tankathon. And you fan, what do you think of the Jacoby Brissett situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.